we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it up. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
What up, Flag fam? It's Nick and the great Matt Man's here to break down rounds 5 to 11 of this draft.
Yes, I'm excited to do this with
Matt,
these guys, you know. A lot of talent in this league.
A lot of talent. Can't wait. You know, you were an early round pick, deservingly so. You were actually on the board, and I traded my pick back for you to get grabbed. You know, it was a tough choice. Tough choice, but, you know, I know Barber wanted you.
Yeah, Barber, you know, he's a fiend for me. Can't blame him. Can't blame
him. I mean, you're out there frying all the time. No 6'7" this year, though.
Yeah, that's what I was really upset about that. You know, I reached out personally to the commission. I had a word with him about that.
Yeah, as you should have, dude. No 6'7's crazy. Yeah. But anyways, folks, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to go through, we had our live stream, went through the first 4 rounds of the draft. It went great. I hope you guys all watched. Now me and Matt are going to go over every single pick from rounds 5 through 11, break down the players, give everybody some love.
Yeah, so let's get started here.
Let's get going.
Starting off, first pick in round 5, Mercer Jordan to Marcello's.
What you got to say about Mercer?
Mercer, you know, he's a newer player in the league. He's an all-around great guy. You know,
yeah, he seems
he's a big body. You know, he's not someone you want to get in front of. You know, if he's coming at you like that, you know, I wouldn't want to get in front of him.
I wouldn't either. He's like one of those guys when you're playing against him, you're a little bit scared.
Yeah.
Like he's a guy like if he's on the D line, you're scared for your offense. I feel like offensively he's kind of versatile. He could block or be eligible.
Exactly.
And Marcelo's traded up to get him.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely worth the pick for sure. So
Definitely a good 5-1.
I definitely think that's a
Yeah,
great pick
Mercer
there.
Jordan, I think he's going to cook this year. I think his value will only go up too
Yeah.
after this, to be honest with you.
I agree with that.
Football player.
So you both say good?
I think
Oh,
it's a great
great.
pick.
Great.
Good pick.
5-2.
All right. 5-2. Will Hockler to Beacon Bikes.
To Beacon
Will
Bikes
Hocker
and
the
Coach
Bikes.
Ant Mazacchio.
No, Will Hocker, they needed a line, so
They did.
I mean, there's not really much people who are like, you know what, I'm gonna play line, but he's those guys, you can count on him to play line. He's gonna be there.
It's an essential thing in this league, I think, to have offensive linemen who put me in an O-line and I'm happy.
Exactly.
And that's Will Hockler.
Mhm.
And he's a former coach/assistant coach with the Bayseam drama last year.
Yep.
So he has a good football mind, and he also was on Ant's last Beacon Bikes team last summer
so
as an O-lineman. So it's a comfortability thing, too.
see if they can keep
Yeah,
the
great-
chemistry going.
Great
there.
pick for him. Great
Yeah.
pick.
Good pick.
Good
It's a good
pick.
pick.
Good pick.
Next pick. Hayden Bohm to Southern Duchess Country Club.
Well, Matt, as a
Yeah.
Southern Duchess guy, you start this off.
I think that's our guy right there. He's gonna be versatile on the defensive line. He's definitely one of the top players. He's very underrated. Sometimes some players don't really like to show up a lot all the time. He
Yeah.
might be some of those guys. So hopefully we can count on him to be
Yeah.
there for us a lot. And if he is, he's gonna be an impact for our team.
Listen, I think Hayden is the top grower of this league.
Yeah.
I think when he first came into the league, he was going towards the last 2 rounds of the draft.
Mhm.
Moved himself up to a 5th rounder, and I think deservingly so.
Yeah.
I did some mocks as a head coach myself. I had you guys taking Hayden in the 5th round. I think it's a great pick. I mean, Zach Barber's not a guy who wants offensive line, right?
Yeah,
So the fact that you're getting a guy that will solely do D-line is great. And, if you wanted to get him the ball, I think you could probably be pretty efficient with it.
yeah, I think we can mix him
Yeah,
into the
I
office
think
some way or another. But
Definitely a good pick for you
Definitely
guys.
happy
I
about
think
that
it
pick
fits
for
your
sure.
team great.
Yes.
Next up, Aiden Virgo to the Queen City Eagles.
Ooh, the new team, Queen
New
City.
team with new coach.
Yeah,
Ty
new
Long.
coach. I think Aiden Virgo is a great player. He's very, very athletic.
Yes.
Very athletic player. He did, happen to have a little bit of mustard, tiny bit of mustard, but everyone's got a little
Everybody
bit of mustard.
gets some
Everyone's
mustard.
got a
Nick
little bit of
LaPierre
mustard.
got a mustard
Yeah,
before,
Nick LaPierre's got
He's
mustard.
one of the most reliable guys in
Even
this
I
league.
got mustard sometimes.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a pair of it, but Virgo, he's all around talent. He's, he's very athletic. He's had a great game last
Yeah.
summer. So
I mean, listen. Ty's QB, Jason Comazar. This is a Jason Comazar pick.
Yep.
Aiden Virgo had one of the best games of all time last summer on Baja.
with Jason as a
With-
quarterback.
yes,
yeah.
he had his stat line was a Randy Mosscat stat
Exactly.
line on
It
the
was-
Vikings that one time.
I think it was 5 catches for 4
400
touchdowns
yards.
or something.
Yeah.
It was like,
And it was a Moss on me twice.
Yep.
Moss on
It
Carter
was,
and a
it
Moss
was
on
like
Chase.
you threw him the ball deep, he scored
Yeah.
a touchdown.
It was
So-
not
Virgo's
one-
down there somewhere.
Yeah,
Virgo's down
yeah.
there
So
somewhere.
I mean, if they could replicate that at all, it's worth the value.
Yes,
So
definitely.
you both say it's a good pick.
Yeah, for
Yes.
for what they were going for, 100%.
Good pick.
Next up, we got Lonnie Hanks to Cut and Coat.
I'll start this one off. I had Lonnie Hanks on my team last year. This guy's a grizzly, man.
Yeah.
He I think offensive lineman wise, truthfully, he's a top 3 offensive lineman in this league. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's a big guy, big boy. Just gave us a mic.
Yep.
I think it's a great pick for them. He's a guy you put it on the O-line and he's blocking for you. And then on D-line too, he'll get a few sacks, but he's going to get pressure.
Yeah.
He's going to get pressure. He's a guy, you if you're lined up against him, you're like, fuck.
Exactly. Just like going back before, you want a guy who strictly will play offensive line for you. You don't want to worry about that down in the season. Honestly,
No.
when it comes to playoff time, you need a guy.
And
you're not gonna have to worry.
Lonnie on his first year, he was on a winless Costello's. Unfortunately for
Yeah,
him, I hate that he had to
unfortunate.
start like that. But he showed up to every game.
Yeah.
So
that's hard right there.
yeah,
that's
it's
hard.
a reliable.
And that's what you want.
Yeah, like I said, I think he's truthfully could be a top 3 offensive lineman in the league.
So hopefully this year, hopefully he can prove himself.
So I think it was good, very good value there. Great pick.
Good pick there?
Great pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good pick.
A good pick. Next up, we have Stephen McDowell to Southern Duchess Country Club.
Yeah,
Matt,
that's
what
my
about you?
team again. I think Steven's going to be a great impact for our team. We got me and Strack, as offensive threats. He's going to be a sneaky offensive threat for us.
Mhm.
I really feel like that. And he's also going to be a great corner for us.
Yeah.
I think he's a great addition for our defense. I think our defense could be one of the top in the league, and he's just a key to that puzzle.
Well, when you get Barber on the defense, and you add you and Strack, I mean that's already off to a phenomenal start.
Secondary's good.
Yeah, so I think that kind of solidified you not to be in the secondary. Huh?
Yeah.
They're gonna put you in the middle.
I think that's where they're gonna have me play there.
Fair, so that's why they did the McDowell pick. So for that, I respect it. I mean, McDowell can make plays. He's a former Offensive Player of the Year. A lot of people forget about. So.
That is true.
So I think it's a good fit.
Good pick.
I think it's a good fit for us. Yes.
Good pick.
I think it could have went a little later in the draft,
Yeah.
but with the way you guys are picking with the back-to-backs, it's like I don't know when your next pick was.
That's
but
true,
You probably wouldn't have got him.
Also, with all the trading that was going on,
Yeah, it makes
a
it
lot
tough.
of chaos
Makes
was
it
going on.
tough.
Next pick we have here is Chappelle Feaster to S&S Catering.
So this is either the best or a wasted pick in the
Yes.
draft, and the only reason it's wasted is Chappelle might be moving. That's
Yeah.
what we've heard.
Really?
Yeah, I heard he might move mid-season to Boston.
Wow. And who took that? Who was that?
Jack Sheehy took
Jack
that.
Sheehy. Jack's taking a risk here, and I'm not sure if I like this pick, honestly.
It's dependent on if he's going to be
That's
here
what
all
I'm
year or
saying,
not.
yeah.
If Chappelle's going to be here all year, this is the steal of the draft.
It is true.
Because Chappelle would have been a second or third round pick if he had full availability. He is honestly, I think, the best with the ball in his hands in the league.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable.
last season he had a breakout season. A lot of people caught a glimpse of him.
Yes.
He's very shifty when he gets
Yeah.
that rock. It's hard to tackle him. But
yes.
like everyone says, the best availability. You want availability.
If he can't
You
come
want
to the
availability.
playoffs, then it's not
It's not
worth
going to be
the
worth
pick.
it.
So that's dependent. So there's an asterisk.
Yeah, I think
If Chappelle plays, it's a great pick. But here's another thing with Jack's team is he has Chase and Jose already.
Mhm.
So like Chappelle, I feel like is
There's very
the
similar
same
types of
class.
players.
He has
yes.
3 guys in the same class
Yeah,
of player.
it's hard.
Which game planning against them, if they're at full strength with all 3, I think is kind of a nightmare to game plan. But also, I think game planning for all 3 is also
Yeah.
kind of how are you going to make
You
sure
wanna make everyone
feed
happy.
them all.
Mhm.
Yeah. So there, for a team. They got Joe as their last QB. We'll get to his pick as well. So like, I feel like you could have went another position there, especially based off
Yeah,
availability.
I'm thinking pretty neutral about this pick.
Yeah.
It really depends on his
It's
availability.
very dependent.
So we're going to call this an eh.
yeah.
An
We're gonna
pick.
go,
Only it's no disrespect to Chappelle.
Yeah, Chappelle, great
if
player.
Chappelle's here all year, this is the steal of the draft.
Yes.
Now, quick cutoff here. Carter Peterson -C7T comments, Kilmer's team is definitely the boring team. Kilmer, you want to say anything about this?
Listen, my team is far from the boring team. My team is going to be a fun team. I got loads of personalities on my team. People are trying to say I'm boring. I don't know how. I'm your coach. My offensive line, we'll get into them. I'm not going to get into my second lineman because we'll go over him.
Yep.
But Ryan Swanson already, great personality. Great personality out there. We're going to be fundamentally sound the Costello Maverick way.
All right, I love that. Next up, we have Kieran Caker to the Beacon Bikes.
All right, what do you think about this one?
I think this pick had a little influence from their first round pick, Nick LePere.
Yeah, that's his boy.
That's his boy.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you want sometimes on the team. You kind of want that chemistry because then you guys can work some things out. I think Kieran's a great player. Last season he had a great season too.
Mm-hmm.
He actually emerged as a great offensive threat.
I think first time he really emerged offensively.
Yes. I always saw him as a great, secondary guy, in the defense.
Defensive line, sleeper,
Yes.
really good.
We'll see how that works out because usually he's in the secondary.
Yeah.
I played with him before. He was the safety
So
for us. He's pretty
Costello
solid.
Summer, they put him at D-line. I don't know what Coach Ant plans to do with him, but he really
Yeah.
showed up there too. I love this pick. I actually think it's a perfect fit for his team.
Yeah.
I think when you're drafting a team, it's very important to try to match chemistry together, and I think he has that with this team. I think he's going to gel great with Nick and with Luke Mahan,
Yep.
and with new quarterback Dan Brenahy, who's brand new in this draft. If you guys saw Ant draft him in the third round, I think this is a good guy because you already have the relationships. It's easy for a new quarterback to kind of get to know his dudes.
You want everyone happy,
Yeah.
and I think Kieran is going to be a great fit for that
Yeah,
team.
I do too.
So we're calling it a good pick.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Good pick.
Going up. Now, one other quick thing here. Jack Sheehy comments, Richard Rinaldi, he's asking you guys, Richard Rinaldi over under 7.5 turkey clubs consumed on the sideline this season. What's the take on that?
I think I'm going to take the over on that. We got an extended season this year.
Yeah.
I think Rich gets hungry out there.
I'll tell you what. I'm not going to announce his team. You'll find out. I think his head coach is going to actually be giving him 2 turkey clubs a game. So that shit's going to go way over.
Yeah.
Way over. We need him beefy this year.
We got the over there. Starting the 6th round,
Okay.
we have Joe DeCandia going to Jack's team, SNS Catering.
I love this pick.
Yeah.
I love this pick. Getting Joe at this late for the type of player he is, I think it's, a great overall pick. He could play defense too.
And he's really good at it.
Yes, very good at defense. He's a very reliable guy.
Yeah.
He's going to feed your receivers.
Yeah.
No matter what. I played with him personally before.
Yeah.
He'll feed you no matter what. Even if there's, he's going to be coverage or whatever, he's going to throw it. He's going to feed. That's going to be also the risky part too.
Yes.
Also the risky part.
It's phenomenal value. Jack got lucky here because he was a listed quarterback, so nobody else could touch him.
Yeah.
So at the 6'1", Joe DeCania is a great pick. Even if he's not playing quarterback, he's way more valuable than the 6'1". So phenomenal value, phenomenal pick. Only thing I'm going to nick this one for is I don't believe this is who Jack Sheehy wanted his quarterback to be. Joe, use this as motivation, but I think you were the last pick for Jack. I think Jack got royally screwed in this draft with trades to where he, I think, wanted Kyle and Dan over Joe. So as great of a pick this is, and it's great because, Joe, you are well worth that pick, I think it wasn't what his coach wanted.
Yeah.
So that's already a bad chemistry start.
Wow. Very interesting.
Hopefully they can find some way to turn it around.
Yeah.
So we're calling that a good pick.
I'm saying
Has
that's a
to
good
be
pick.
a good
Yes.
pick for what
Good pick.
That's going
Joe's
up.
awesome.
That's going up as a good pick. Next up, we finally have a pick out of Stinson's Hub. We have Dennis taking Johnny Lang.
This pick is, he's got to go with this pick. He's got Perucci as his
Yeah, no
quarterback.
choice.
Availability, again, very iffy
Yeah.
with him, so you don't really know if you can count on him to be there for all the games. So having Johnny as a backup guy I think it's a good pick.
The ideal pick to pick when your quarterback's also a police officer protecting the streets. He could have overtime. He could be called in. You have your backup QB locked in, QB9, Johnny Lang. Great pick.
Yeah.
And Johnny Lang could be productive not at the quarterback.
That's what I was
Both
going to say too.
offensively
Yeah,
and defensively.
very good at the running back position.
Yeah.
And see what he can do on defense. I think you
Yeah.
can throw him on the defensive line. He'd be a great
Yeah.
great guy there.
So good pick.
Yeah.
Going in as a good pick.
Good pick.
Completely agree. Next up, we have Jamison Sheehy of Marcello's selecting Chris DeMedio.
DeMedio, great guy. I played baseball with this guy. When I was younger. Great kid, all around funny guy. But I think he took the season off. For the winter. But I think DeMedio, when he did play, he was great. He was a great middle linebacker for Pedigo.
Yeah.
He was a great fit for them, and I think he's going to be a really good impact for this.
Chris DeMedio is awesome at flag. Awesome guy. Can't sleep, great kicker.
Oh yeah.
Which brings the value for that pick too. The only knock I'm going to do is I feel like him and Mercer are kind of similar.
That's true.
They're kind of same build, so it's made it like kind of interesting seeing how they were building their team up, how Marcellus is building their team. Because I feel like you could play those guys a lot of the same positions.
Yeah.
But DeMedio's awesome. I can't hate on that pick.
I think he's going to be a good fit for the defense.
He's a
for the
good
defense,
guy
for
to
sure.
have on your team.
Yes, true.
So we're calling this good.
Yeah,
and good.
I'm going to say a good pick.
Good.
That's a good pick.
Coming in as a good.
Good pick.
Next up, we have Theo of Cut and Coat, aka Ryan McKeon as well, selecting Nico Bex.
I want to go back to what Finn just said. This is Theo's team, but I really feel like Ryan took over this draft.
It highly seems like
I
it,
really
folks.
don't know if Theo actually made a pick himself, or if Ryan pretty much influenced every pick he made.
Here's a good question. Does Theo know what Nico Bex looks like?
I don't think
like
he
if
even
Nico
knows.
Bex walked into a room, would Theo be like, "Oh, Nico"?
No, not at all. I don't think
so.
he would. But Ryan's got experience, so he's taking a shot on him. Nico played last year. New guy, him and Lonnie.
And
so
he was still unfortunate with like Lonnie was with his team. Unfortunately,
he got put on a rough team.
Yeah.
So hopefully that didn't bring the morale down. So hopefully this year,
and Lonnie's his cousin. So if you didn't know, so already, like I said, a big thing with teams is team chemistry.
Yep.
I think this year you'll actually really be able to see what Nico Bex can do out there. I think it's a good pick, for sure.
Going in as a good pick.
It's a good pick for sure. I think Nico Bex could actually break out now.
Yeah.
Have his real opportunity with the real quarterback. It's unfortunate who his quarterback was last year.
it is unfortunate.
Now
so
he has
hopefully
Tyler
he can get a real
Santucci. So I'm excited to see what he does.
Hopefully
with
get a
it.
real experience here.
Next up, we have Ty Long of Queen City Eagles selecting Isaiah Weathers.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really sure who this guy is. He's
Listen.
definitely a new guy. I think.
Yeah, he's new.
New guy.
Rookie. He's a rookie.
So you got something to prove. You could be one of the top guys in this league for all we know. But
He can be for sure, and I'm pretty sure he played college football.
Okay.
Which is a plus. However, just knowing Just know I had to flip my mic. Sorry, guys. Just knowing. So there was one rookie picked really before this.
Mhm.
Oh, two if you want to count Dan, the
Yep.
quarterback.
Okay,
but
yeah.
Dan kind of had to be picked.
Yeah.
The other one was Mikey DeFelice,
Yes.
who people have seen play, so he went early, which is fair. So with Weathers, he might be a stud. It's just unknown.
Yes, that's
and
true.
6th round, I feel like you could have probably got him in the 8th.
Mhm.
So this has nothing to do with the player himself. It has more to do with the value of where you could have got him. It's like, I get it. Go get your guy.
Mhm.
He could maybe be worth the third round pick, so
Yeah.
you could prove it. But for now, I'm gonna say he probably could have got him the next. He could have waited.
Yeah, unless
I think he
Ty
could've
knows.
waited.
Unless Ty knows something
Yeah,
we don't, or
yeah.
someone on Ty's team knows.
As
I'm not
a
really
coach,
sure.
I don't think many coaches knew him. I
Yeah.
think he probably would have definitely fell to the 7th.
That is
We're
true.
calling this a bad pick.
Not bad pick.
I'm gonna say it's
Not
an
a bad
pick because we
pick.
don't know who
there's
they
no
got.
bad
We don't really
pick.
know
He could-
him.
This could be the steal of the draft.
Exactly, for all we know.
But I just think you could have got him at a later round, which
agree.
is the only reason it's because Weathers could be amazing. So it's not hating on the player at
Mhm.
all.
Yeah,
It's just
no.
on
The
where
value.
you drafted him. You could have got him another round later.
that is true.
So quick intervene here.
Yeah.
Richard Rinaldi is very active in the chat right now.
Okay.
He has a shift at Ron's currently that he is late to while he's still typing. Do you guys have anything you want to say to Richard?
You know, I think Rich needs to get his priorities in check. You know.
I think his priorities are in check, and I think it's flag football #1, which is what it should be for Mr. Rinaldi. So, Rich, don't go to work on time. It's okay. I was going to say worse, but I'm not going to hold myself.
All right. Well, we're back up.
Okay.
Next pick of the draft, Nick Kilmer of the Costellos selects Ali T. Muhammad.
Nick, I'm gonna let you have this one.
Guys. How everybody let Ali drop to the 6'6" blows my mind. This is a phenomenal pick. I actually was this close to taking him at the 4'8". Once I passed him on the 4'8", I thought there was no chance I was going to land him. Age fell to me at 4'6". This is a steal.
I think
At
that
6'6", this
that
is
is
a
true,
steal.
man. You know, usually Ali goes a little bit early. You know,
Yeah.
It's like you said, 4th round, but him falling to the 6'6", I did not expect that at all.
I love it. First of all, Ali as a character on the field is such a leader and such a guy you want to play for.
Mhm.
You're playing with him, you want to play with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
His leadership skills
he's
are
a great leader.
great leader.
It's a phenomenal pick.
I agree.
Going into good pick. Next up, we have Dennis Dowd of the Stinson's Hub selecting Luke Wojciechowski.
Let me just stop Finn there. You know, he didn't announce this was pick 6-7.
Yeah.
This is pick
This
6.
is pick 6,
Luke,
7.
you got a lot of shoes to fill here.
Yeah.
You know, you're pick 6-7.
Yes, big.
You know, I did play with him over when we did our scrimmages. You know, we had a little scrimmages, and I saw his capability as quarterback. Quarterback capabilities, a little iffy, but I can see him definitely being a good tight end. You know, middle linebacker type of guy,
Yeah.
big body guy. So I think this could be a good fit for them.
It could be a good fit for them. Luke, I've actually never seen him before.
Okay.
I don't know what he looks like. I'm going to do the same thing as Isaiah Weathers. You're taking the rookies early. I think the best is to take the rookies a little bit later because he, again, probably would have fell to the 7th round, especially if Dennis has a quick turnaround here, which I'm not positive if he does because of all the trading.
Mhm.
I think he could have got somebody else here and still have gotten Luke the pick after. So for that reason, I'm going to go with the again.
Yeah.
Solely due to a rookie. Luke could be worth the top 3rd round pick. He might be amazing.
Yeah,
But it's just,
we won't know
with
until we
the-
play
with
the
the
rookies.
rookies,
The
it's
rookies,
like-
it's hard.
Like 6th round rookies to me are like you need them to live up to it,
Mhm.
which they can. But it's just again like there's a lot of proven guys in that round.
Yep.
Nick Carter Hall, a.k.a. Fox,
Yeah, Fox.
comments, every one of Taco's picks is a phenomenal pick. What's your response to this?
You know, Fogs, I know how to draft. I'm a guru. Sorry I killed this draft. Sorry I didn't draft you. It was an almost. It was an almost, Fox. I would have loved to have you on my team.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wouldn't have made that comment.
There you go.
Because you know I'm a phenomenal drafter, Fox.
Next up, we have Jason Analek, the last pick in the 6th round,
Okay.
selecting Jaden Quintana, JQ. What do we think?
You know, that's another pick for my team, JQ. I played with him in the winter. We got a chip with him. You know, he was a great impact. You know, he started off rough a little bit. Didn't really find his place for him, but we
Yeah.
ended up, finding a spot for him. You know, he played middle linebacker with me. He's a good, eligible guy. I think this is a great pick. Him falling to 6 in the 6th round, I didn't think he was going to go that far.
Listen, JQ is awesome, and JQ is a Zach Barber guy. This was a shoo-in to go to you guys. I do think you could have got him in the next round.
Really?
I do think you would have got him in the next round. I think almost every coach knew JQ was going to Barber, that they were going to let it happen.
Yeah, I mean,
But Jake
Barber
Hughes
has his
phenomenal.
guys.
Barber has his guys,
Has his
and
guys.
Jake Hughes one of them. He's gonna have a great season for you, so I can't hate on the
Yeah,
pick.
I
But
love
I
that
do, I do think you could have got him another round later.
Really, I don't know about that. You know, there was a lot of trading going on, so
There
I'm not really sure
Yeah,
what.
no, it's okay.
But I think it's a good
great
pick.
pick.
I think it's a good
great
pick.
pick. He's gonna have it. You already know he's gonna have a great
Yeah.
impact on your team. You know what he's gonna do. It's chemistry. Chemistry pick.
Next up, first pick in the 7th round, we have Jason Analek selecting himself. What do we think?
You know, Jason, I think we could have got you a little bit later in the draft. Honestly, I don't know about the rule with the coaches and the players draft. I don't know if they had to be picked by a certain time, or like if
Yeah.
like could have Jason picked himself with his very last pick? I mean,
No.
Okay, so I mean, still, you know,
You're
great
lucky he
pick.
picked
Yeah.
himself there because I was gonna draft Jason Analek at 7-3 if you didn't. But yeah, no, 7th round Jason. I feel like I want to say last year he went in the 6th.
Yeah. So I think it's like right around the same
Or did he go
ballpark.
in the 8th last year? Because that determines if it was a good pick or not. But great pick, great pick. Tree on his team. He's coaching his team.
So we're calling it a great pick.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where Tree fits in this team.
Yeah, that's what I'm
actually
thinking, too.
am.
Quarterback.
I'm very interested because the Tree very unselfishly, I think, drafted to his quarterback's needs, which is what you have to do.
Yeah, we want to
Which
make your
is-
players happy.
Which is what you have to do, and he did the right thing with his draft. I'm very interested to see where he plays. Thinking maybe safety.
Yeah, I'm sure we can fit him in there. You know,
You know, he could
We'll
be
fi-
a
we'll-
good
we'll definitely
eligible
find a
for
spot
Barber.
for him.
Could be a good eligible for Barber
Yeah.
for sure.
All right.
good pick.
Next up, second pick in the 7th round, Jack Sheehy, SNS Catering selects Brandon Booker.
Brandon Booker's a dog. You know,
I-
he's got that dog in him.
I think the 7th round for Booker's late.
Yeah.
I think he should have went before then. I think Booker's awesome.
Yeah, you know he's always going to give more than 100%.
100, yeah.
Always more than 100%. He's always putting his heart out
Yeah.
there. He's a great defensive player.
Yeah.
Great guy on the line.
Yeah, D lineman last summer for Baja absolutely
Yep.
fried. That's a great pick for him.
I think it's a great pick too.
pick. You get, like I said, it's always good. Booker got speed on offense to where, like I said, he already has the offense, Jack, with Chappelle and Chase and Jose. Where interested to see if you play Booker on offense, what you do with him. But that D line is the reason you pick him there.
Yeah.
And it's a great pick. And like I said, I think it's great value.
I do too.
Next up, we have Nick Kilmer of the Costellos selecting Thomas Joseph.
Tommy Joe dropping that far. I didn't think Tommy Joe was going to drop that far.
Tommy
you know?
Joe has one season under his belt and he's a champion. One season under his belt and he's a champion. It's a phenomenal pick right there. Sorry, Fogs. That's a great pick. In that moment of the draft, there was a lot of linemen left. A lot of linemen. I had a debate. Do I start the run or do I pick in the 8-6 the leftover? And I was like, with Tommy Joseph on that board, Mr. Pancake, it's an easy choice. I'm
doubter.
starting the run, and I can tell you right now, I got a lot of phone calls when I was on the clock of people trying to trade up to take him.
Wow.
Sorry, Tommy Joseph's mine.
That's a great pick.
A lot of people in the chat right now are saying that it was a sellout pick because he's going to the not fun team. What's your response to that?
We're going to be fundamentally sound the Costello Maverick way. We're going to have a blast on the field.
All right. Next up, Ty Long, Queen City Eagles selects Devin Lamb.
What do you say
I
about
think
this
Devin
one?
Lamb's a great pick there for them.
Mhm.
I'm not really sure where he's going to play for them, but you know I know from last season, you know he always gave his heart out there, always playing his
played
hardest.
hard. I mean, for them, probably on the line.
Yeah,
with
that's what I'm
Lincoln,
thinking.
Offensively, defensively, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, you know, I mean, hopefully he'll be open to play whatever for
Yeah.
but
Here's the reason why Ty Long does this pick. I think that brother can boot the ball.
yeah,
And a kicker's important. Not having a kicker
Very
takes
under,
points
yeah.
off the board. Devin Lamb, I think it's a pretty good pick.
yeah. Especially having a solidified kicker.
Let me also. I think he would have went later.
That is true.
I think I you know what? Devin Lamb's really good. I think he was drafted him way above where he was ranked.
Yeah.
Not to say he can't live up to it, but I do think Ty could have waited on him and still got him. But Ty had to pick himself in the 8th.
Oh, that is
So
yeah.
you had to go with your guy. So with that said, good pick.
So it's a good pick.
Yeah, with that said.
All right, it's a good pick. Next up, Theo or Ryan of Cut and Coat selects Jay Adams.
Jay Adams. Okay, Jay Adams, no, he's a good lineman, great lineman, yeah.
Doesn't even know.
No,
who
I
he is.
had to think for a second. I had to think.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest, Jay Adams. I don't know yet, but I've heard
No,
great things.
He's
I've
he
heard
plays
great
football.
things about you.
He's a lineman, so he's one of those guys. that you know is going to be on the line.
If Tommy Joseph was on the board, that was my pick, just so you know, Jay Adams, even though I don't know yet. So that I respect Joe.
Yeah, no, he's definitely, a great pick for them. He's a guy that's going to put up a fight on the line, no
Yeah.
matter who's in front of him. You can always count on him.
And you lock him in with Lonnie Hanks. You give Tyler Santucci protection.
Mm-hmm.
I think on the board, he was the best lineman.
I think it's a good established line right there.
Especially with Tommy Joe gone, I think it's a good pick.
Yeah.
So Owen Lynch asks a question.
Yeah.
I'm just going to skip to the second part of the question.
Okay.
So his second part is actually pretty good. Why does he have such a good line for arguably the only QB that does not use his line?
Who are you talking about?
Shane.
Oh, Shane?
Owen's asking, why are you drafting such a great line for a kid that doesn't need a line?
Because it's even better to have a line and to have protection. Shane could scram around all day. He could take 20 seconds to throw the ball if he wants. Because he has the line for him. It's always good to protect Shane Green. Shane's never been sacked. He's been sacked before. It's not like he's susceptible to never getting sacked. He's protected.
So,
I'm protecting him. I care about him.
Another question from Owen. This one's directed at you, Matt.
Okay.
Again, I'm going to kind of blow past the first part.
Okay.
He's just basically saying, what do you have to say about how you're going to perform this season?
The proof's in the pudding for me. You see me always in the end zone. I'm not much of a very versatile speed kind of guy, but I'm always going to be open, no matter what the play is.
Big
I always
guy,
tell my
too.
guys, even if I'm not open, I'm open. Just throw me the rock, I'll make the play. I'll make a play.
Body for Matt
I can always make a play.
And then, Owen, one more quick thing, and then we got to get back to it. Owen says, Nick, his line was great in the summer, talking about Shane, and him and Nick Lentini sacked him combined 12 times. What do you have to say about that?
I think this one's a little bit better. And that was a really good D-line.
Yeah,
duo.
I was going to say that's
and if we're going to be honest to you, Owen, you're one of one. Not many people can block you.
Yeah.
It's just going to happen.
that line was very very threatening.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Jamison Sheehy of Marcello's selecting T.J. Reed.
TJ's a glue guy,
Glue
I think
guy.
he's a great pick there.
You stick him at corner, and he's happy.
Yep.
Like, those types of people in this league, I think, are very valuable, that you can draft them for one spot, and they're going to play it.
Yeah, I agree. You want to have a team that's not going to be bickering with one another.
No.
About I want to do this, I want to play here, I want the ball. You want everyone to be be happy.
Mm-hmm. And I so they had Forever and Conklin.
Mm-hmm.
I figured those were his two corners, so that's confused me
Yeah.
a little bit. But I guess he's gonna have to throw one of them at safety.
Well, I thought their quarterback actually was going to be playing corner as well for them, but I'm not really sure
well,
how
that protects that.
Yeah.
That's why they made the pick.
Not really sure how that's
so they
going
don't
to roll.
have to trot
but-
him out there on defense
Yeah.
because that is chopped cheese,
Yeah.
my friend. If Finn's out there.
Yeah,
at corner.
that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That is a nightmare.
We'll see how week one.
But I think that is a great pick
Yeah.
for them right there.
We'll move on.
Okay.
Anthony Mazzacchio of Beacon Bikes selects Mike Varian. He did trade up for this pick. Or perhaps traded down. This was traded in some way. It's Mike Varian of Beacon Bikes.
Big country.
Big conch.
I love it. I think Mike Big Country. I had him last year, and I've heard I got him in the 10th round.
Mhm.
I don't know why there's any hate on him. He's a great lineman.
Yeah,
He's a good guy, and he has a good football mind.
Yeah, him and Hockler paired up with each other. I think it's gonna be a good
That's
duo.
a good duo.
I think
like,
it's a good duo.
I think it's important too for your O line. You want chemistry there. You want two guys that will want to block with each
Yeah.
other. And I think that's perfect for those two. I think that's a great pick by Ant.
Great pick.
Yep.
Going in is a great pick. So next up, we have Theo. This was a traded pick yet again of Cut and Coat, a.k.a. Ryan McKeon, selecting Matthew Cornwall.
Oh, I love this pick.
Yeah, I love
I'm a big Cornwall guy.
I love Cornwall.
His first season with me, I totally forgot what my team was. The Blue team.
Romanova.
Wow.
Yeah. I think he was a great impact.
Out of nowhere, the
Yeah.
kid just started catching touchdowns, dude.
Mossing Shane.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
where
he
where
was
did that
good.
come from? Where did that come from? I love this pick.
Not only on offense is he valuable, but defensively, he's very versatile. You could play him at linebacker, you could play him at corner, or you could put him at D-line.
Yeah.
So, it's a great pick.
Yeah,
by
and
Cut
he's also one of those guys. He's just a great
Yeah.
guy to have on the
Great
team.
guy.
Starting off the 8th round, we have Anthony yet again, Beacon Bikes, selecting Jimbo Kuka.
Jimbo,
The lobster.
the lobster.
The lobster.
Lobster's always reliable. He's a great corner,
See, it's very similar with the TJ Reed pick
Yep.
from a couple picks ago.
That's true.
You have a guy, you could throw him at corner, and he's happy.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You could put him in on offense if you need to, but he's not going to demand to get the rock. He's corner and happy. I mocked him into me in the second round, so I'm shocked he fell to the
Yeah.
8th.
That was crazy.
Work. But for the lobster, I love it.
I agree.
So it's a great pick there.
Sorry,
next
we're not
up-
giving many as. I'm sorry, guys.
Good
My
pick.
bad.
That's
This whole league's good. We gave as to 2 rookies. We don't know ya. You could
Yeah.
be amazing. So it's not hating on you by any means. It's just that we don't know ya. And then the Chappelle pick is either the best pick in the draft or a wasted pick.
Yes.
All on if you move, bro. If you're staying, it's the best pick in
Yeah.
the draft.
next up. We have Dennis Dowd of Stinson Tub boosting up this defensive line with Cra Lane.
I love Crow.
That was a crazy slide
Yeah.
to me.
Really?
I really was surprised he went that late. Like, I think he's similar to Hayden.
Mhm.
And this is no disrespect to Hayden, because I think Hayden went where he should have went. But I don't think Crush should have went that farther
Yeah.
after him.
Grau's a great defensive
He's
lineman.
a great
Great
D-lineman,
defense.
and the
Very
same-
underrated, actually.
Yeah,
Very
the
underrated.
same thing. He's completely happy. Just stick him at D-line, and he's good.
Yeah, you want that type of guy. That's what you
Yeah.
want.
I was shocked he fell that far. I think that's great value for
Yeah.
Craw.
Great pick there. Jamison Sheehy up of Marcelo's selecting Jared Palm.
The Palminator.
I love Jared Palm.
Yeah, I thought Palm was going to be here, but
I know.
I'm
It's-
not
we
really
miss him.
sure where
Great
you at,
media
Palm.
guy.
Mhm.
I think this was above his ranking for Jared.
Mhm.
I think he was ranked a little below. I think they could have got him another round later.
I think this is a more chemistry kind of pick.
Yeah.
You want to bring the team together. You want everyone happy, and he's that guy. He's gonna boost everyone's
He's
stat
a
up.
gym rat. Jared
Yes,
Palm.
I hear.
He's
he
a
is.
gym rat, and I think he has something to prove. He's gonna be playing O line. It doesn't look like his build, but he's strong.
Yeah,
He's strong, so he'll be able to block.
I
you.
really want to see him hold his own this year.
Yeah,
I really,
me too.
I feel like
I'm
he can.
excited. I think him and Finn have a good relationship.
He needs to get messy down there. That's
I
what
think
he needs to get
Finn's
messy.
gonna love
Yeah.
Jared Palm blocking for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, for their team, I like it.
I like
It's
this
a good pick.
It's a good pick. Next up, Theo Yanatelli of Cut and Coat, also known as Ryan,
Okay.
selects Brandon Rogers, rookie.
And again,
Another rook.
another rook. We don't really know much about him, but this is the type of rounds where the rooks are going to start to go.
Yeah.
But not
Yeah.
really what position?
So Brandon is going to be. He's a big guy. He's like 6'5".
Really?
Yeah, he's fast. He could play some receiver, some tight end, maybe some corner, safety.
Okay,
maybe stick him in
So
that
to be
linebacker.
determined then. So
TBD where they stick him.
so Rogers, I'm gonna go because you don't really have an established position. But that could be a good thing too. That could be a good thing.
I think. Listen,
You could fill some
I
gaps.
think this kid's gonna be a stud.
Really?
I think he's gonna be a stud. But the same thing, like you don't want to like, the rookie's 2 and off the board, which is good. But still, another rookie, like who knows when he could have got him?
Mhm.
He might have won the next pick if Ryan didn't take him.
Who
for all I
knows?
know. But still, it's a rookie, so I'm gonna give the F for that one.
So it's getting in there.
Yeah.
Next
But
up,
he might be amazing.
Yes,
just
again,
so you
just
know.
like
he
the
looked
last
really
ones.
good on the field.
next up, we have Ty Long of Queen City Eagles selecting Ty Long.
Wow.
Wow.
He's lucky because he would have went 8-6 if he didn't go 8-5. I'll tell you that.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's Ty. He's the coach. He's a great mind. Ty used to go on a run in this league when we first started. Champion. It just happened. So
So let's see if we can replicate this right here.
Yeah. 8th
I-
round Ty, like
I think he's a filling guy for his
yeah,
team.
he is.
He's gonna be if people don't show, he'll be willing to play wherever.
I think he'll
he's-
play any position.
Exactly.
I think literally any position. I think he
Mhm.
would go to. Even
I
if he had to
agree.
throw in the quarterback.
So we have a question here from Kieran Caker.
Okay.
He's asking who had the best draft and why is it not Kilmer?
Ooh.
I mean, it is me. It is me with the best draft. But if I'm not gonna go me, it's a tough one. What do you
I think I'm liking Dennis's team.
I like Dennis's
I like
team
Dennis's
a
team.
lot.
I think it really comes down if Perucci is there, because with Johnny on that offense with CP and Dylan,
Kelly.
that's gonna be
It's
a scary
also
offense.
if Dylan is able to come.
That's true.
Dylan is one of the best players of all time. In
If
this
he
league,
comes.
but he's also been the player that doesn't show for a lot of games. So last season he showed every one. So
Yeah.
if he does that again, they had a really good
Yeah.
draft. I think Cut and Coat had a really good draft with
Mhm.
players. It's just a lot of unknown on their team.
Yep.
Not any of them have played together, so that's kind of what holds me from them. I think Ant Mazzocchio did the best he could for having the 8th pick. It was a
tough
panic. I think
stuff.
he did a really good job. I think there's a lot of good drafts this year. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
But the best is mine. It's mine. I'm the deepest team in this league. Sorry, Kieran.
I guess we'll see.
But I think I think for what your coach did, I think you did a great job.
One more question before we get back to this. Owen Lynch is asking Nick Kilmer thoughts on Mo Dika.
I love Coach Mo. I love Coach Mo. Coach Mo is a staple to flag football. He was a staple to the BFFL. He was one of the best personalities ever around.
One more quick thing. We have a comment here from Declan Costello.
Oh, Jesus
3097.
Christ.
He comments, talking out of your ass per usual.
Tell me what's out of my ass, brother. Wanna know what was crazy? You going in the second.
I agree
That
with
was
that.
mind blowing. Haven't played a skill position in a year and a half, and you're going in the second.
You got a lot
round.
to prove this year,
That
Dak.
was mind blowing, my brother, and that's not out my ass. That's out my mouth.
All right, we'll get back to the draft.
Okay.
Nick Kilmer here with the 6th pick
In the 8th round.
in the 8th round selects Jesse Knuckles. That is his last name, Knuckles.
Knuckles?
Best name in the league.
Wow. That's a
Yep.
great name
so,
right there.
So listen. I've ripped all the rookie picks. I waited for the rookie, and I got the best one remaining. I love this pick personally. Yeah, guys, hate on me. I add every rookie before him. Jesse Knuckles will be a stud in this league, a staple to the flag family. Great pick.
This is a little
But-
bias right here.
Hey, Matt,
Mate,
you
wait.
give me your honest opinion.
I
It's
mean,
okay.
I'm gonna say the same thing of the last rookies. You know, I don't really know this guy. I don't know what position is he. What position you're gonna put him at?
He could play anywhere.
Anywhere. I mean,
Besides the offensive
that could be
line.
good, but
Quarterback?
again,
If he needed to, I think he could sling the rock. But I have Shane Green.
yeah, you know,
It's not a
Shane's not
concern, my
gonna. Shane's not
friends.
stepping down. But again, just like the other rookies, I don't know you, Jesse. I like your last name. Knuckles is a great name. I love that. But I don't know you. I don't know what you even look like. I don't know your build. So I'm gonna go because I don't know. But
Athlete.
athlete,
It's great.
I'm hoping to
I
see it.
waited on him, and it's great. This is what you do with the rookies. You let the run go, and then you take the best remaining.
Next up, we'll move on. We have Jack Sheehy of S&S Catering selecting Adam Sovic.
Adam Sovic.
Adam Silvic, you know, I'm pretty sure in the winter he had a little bad injury there.
Ooh.
Very unfortunate. It was pretty early in the
Second game.
Second
third
game.
head-to-head with Aiden Davis.
Yeah.
What happened post-injury?
Last year. What happened post-injury?
Yeah, like he
with
come
him?
back?
He came back. He played last winter. This was 2 winters ago.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, this was 2 winters ago. Okay,
Two
but
Okay.
you know he's another guy. I think he's a built in the trenches. You know
Yep.
he's going to be down there fighting. I think he could hold his own against some guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and this was with Jack waited on the O-line run
Yeah.
towards the end. So this is one of the
Could be a little
remaining
iffy,
best
yeah.
guys. But Sovic seems like he could hold his own.
Yeah.
He could hold his own.
Alright.
You need offensive linemen in this league.
Speaking of offensive linemen, Jason Anelek, the last pick in the 8th round, selects the Irish Bull.
Irish Bowl. I love Irish Bowl. You know, I feel like I'm always on Irish Bull's team, and I love it. You know,
he's a great team
yes,
guy.
great team guy. Always getting down and dirty on the line. Always putting up a fight. I think Barber's gonna love having him as a
He
lineman.
does put up a fight. I mean, I don't know the rest of the board of the linemen available if he was the best lineman available, but Irish Bull's a great guy.
I didn't think there was
And
much
he's
left,
and
but
he's a great teammate. And this was their first offensive lineman pick.
yeah.
But Zach Barber doesn't like his offensive line.
Yeah.
You know this.
So, speaking of people you often play with, Matthew, the first pick in the 9th round, Jason Anelek selects Aiden Davis.
Yeah, I'm always on that
Yeah.
on the team with him. You know, Aiden's trying to establish himself as Davis Island on the corner, but you know I don't think he's going to be a good fit for right there. You know, I think I
Yeah.
could see him on the line. You know, I think he's going to be a great fit
I think
if he wants to. If he could play the line, I feel like he'd be great on the line.
I think this is the official Aiden Davis. You're not playing corner for us type of draft pick. Aiden, I'm sorry. You're a great corner in this league. You are a great trash talker in this league, but you're not playing it here, brother. There's no room. You're going to be on
Yeah.
the line. And frankly, I think they drafted you for O-line, which I know you'll do. But does he want to
Yes,
do that?
that's the thing. Does he want to?
I'm giving this an because I don't think he wants to do it. I think they just you guys just needed somebody to play line, and you just know Aiden. The one positive of his pick, great kicker.
Yeah,
Great
that is
kicker,
true. That is a
which
great.
is important.
We do need that.
Which is important.
But we also had Tree, who can kick too.
Tree
but
can kick.
We'll go vice versa. We can go either or with there.
Yeah.
But it really just comes down to if Aiden wants to be a
A
team
lineman,
guy, and
there's
how about
guys
the team?
strictly on the board there that want to play O line, and I don't think Aiden really just wants to be a lineman.
All right,
Question?
next up. No, we have Owen Lynch. He's commented
Statement?
some stuff, but I think we're going to just move back to the draft.
Okay.
I don't know if we could say that live. It was a question about Davis Island versus other types of islands. I don't think we could say that live. Which is worse, Davis Island or other islands?
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
we could say.
Yeah.
I don't think we could say that live. So I think we're just gonna move
Davis
on.
Island's more lockdown.
Yeah,
Definitely more locked down. I'll tell you that. The other island had a lot of guests on there. I'll tell you
I don't
that.
think it's more lockdown.
It's,
than the other
yeah,
island.
no, the other island ain't locked down. They had freaking mad people going to that island.
That's true. All right, next up, we have Jack Sheehy, S&S Catering, one of the best caterings in Hudson Valley. You could argue
Amazing.
East
Oh, yeah.
Coast, potentially.
Amazing. Oh, trust me, I want their food right now. After thinking about that.
Selecting.
Haven't eaten lunch. Yep.
Selecting the manager of Billy Joe's, Ryan's boss,
I'm expecting fire, aren't you?
Tramel Irish.
Tramel is a great football player.
I don't really know much about him, but I know he's a competitive guy.
He's a
Seen him last year,
competitive guy.
Likes to
Very-
get chippy.
Likes to get chippy. Here's one thing I know about Tramel, though, about his availability. Tramel cannot make Tuesday games.
Ooh, that's big.
He cannot make Tuesday games. So for that, I have to give the F for that. As the player, Tramel's really good. He's a really good player. Corner, receiver, good possession guy.
Yeah, for sure, he's a big body kind of guy.
He came to this league with Tyler Santucci. I almost wish he played with Tyler Santucci again. So I'm going to give the F because his availability.
Yeah.
If he can't play on Tuesdays, if that's true, if he's playing all season, well above value.
Yeah.
But if he can't play on Tuesdays, 8th round to get a guy that can only go to Wednesday games, it's
It's
tough.
one game a week when you got two. Yeah,
Yeah, it's tough when you only have you're either playing a Tuesday or Wednesday game.
exactly.
That's tough.
You're gonna be you can't really depend on that.
So quick question from the comments. Not really a question, more of a statement. Aiden Virgo comments, Matt Mans cannot wait to moss your bitch ass this
Oh,
Hey Virgo, I hope it happens, man. You can, we got a clip of you. Possible mustard. Well, it's on camera. It's mustard, but so hopefully you can make up for it by mossing. Hopefully it's not me. Hopefully it could be some other teammate of mine, not me. But I'd hope to see that this year.
Virgo, Moss Sack Barber, I would love it.
Yeah,
That
Moss
would be,
Barber.
That would
would
be
be great
awesome.
if he did that.
That would be awesome.
So
Great
next
guy,
up,
Virgo as well. Great
back
guy.
to the draft here. We have Nick Kilmer of Costello's selecting Kellen Sella.
My boy Kellen's down to get down and dirty, and he's versatile. He's been in the league before, a vet. He's taken a couple seasons off, but he's back now. I love the pick because personally, Kellen, I could play him at a lot of spots. I mainly drafted this defensively because I think you could put him in at D-line. He could be nasty there. If you have to play him at corner, you could put him at corner. He'll do his thing. He's had big interceptions before.
Yeah,
in the
that's
past.
what I remember him from last time he was playing. He was a great flag grabber,
Yeah.
great on the defense.
Yeah.
So, but I also can see him being very good on the line too.
Yes.
He's a shifty guy. He can, that's the type of D-line people are looking for. Quick,
exactly.
shifty kind of guy.
So I like the versatility of him. Like I drafted him there knowing like I could play him wherever. If a guy misses a game, there's a fill-in guy.
Yep.
Offensively, he might get some burn whenever he
Yeah.
does. I think he can make a play or two on offense too.
So before we get back to the draft, another quick, not a question, a comment.
Okay.
Carter Hall, this one's directed towards you, Nick. He says, Nick Kilmer, get back in the gym, little bro, with 5 laughing emojis after it.
Cole, this is exactly why I drafted Kellen over you. We called you both, and I picked Kellen. That was my choice. It was my choice because Kellen could hold his own over you. Love you, Fox.
We cannot. We're moving back onto the draft.
Oh, God.
Justin Lynch,
Justin Lynch.
we'll get back to the draft here. Ty Long, Queen City Eagles, selects Jake Warner here with the 4th pick in the 9th round.
Drake Warner, he a former teammate of mine. I think he's a great pick.
Yeah.
Very underrated kind of guy. I think he's a great at the cornerback position. Very athletic. Pretty quick guy.
Did they try to only play him at line last season? Is that true? I don't know.
I'm not sure what they tried doing with him.
Because
he did play.
I know he was like a corner before.
He did play corner for us on Romanova, and I think he fit well for us. He was a good fit for us.
I feel like he's pretty good, and also we talk about chemistry. Their 2nd round pick, Lincoln, that's his boy.
Oh yeah.
That's his boy. You do those chemistry picks right there. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
All right, moving next up. That's another good pick. Good pick. Anthony of Beacon Bikes is selecting Vinny Scagna, rookie.
So right there, so I'll start this off. Vinny Scagna, I don't know him. He could be really good, but I don't think anybody really knew him that well. I think you could have got him in the 10th or 11th round.
Yeah, no, Personally,
know him?
he's my cousin actually.
Really?
the Skangas are my cousins. I don't really know him personally. I don't really see the family much.
Okay, fair. I have
You know,
cousins like that.
yeah.
too.
So hopefully, I'm hearing he could be a very good player.
Okay, so
I'm
that's
hearing
good
he could be a
then.
very good player.
That's good.
So,
I think for certain Ant would have got him the next round.
yeah, definitely. He definitely could have
Yeah,
dropped.
like I
another
think
rookie
he could
pick.
have. Yeah, like I think he could have gone the next round, but he could be potentially a sleeper to be really good.
Yeah.
There's another pick I liked on the board more for Ant there, but Ant still got him, so it worked out.
Yeah.
Next up, Jason Analek of the Southern Duchess Country Club selects Jorge Rodriguez.
I mean, this was a no-brainer for
Yeah.
us. This was we were lacking line, and he's the guy that we needed.
Maybe this saves Aiden Davis from having to play.
That
there.
is true.
Jorge, I've heard great things about him. He's a football head.
Mhm.
Jason shared the text message that he sent Jorge about possibly drafting him, and the answer was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
It was phenomenal. This is a guy that breathes football who's going to be happy on your line. I think it's
That
great
is true.
there. I think it's good value for where you got him.
So, so that's a great pick.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, for
great
sure.
pick.
Going to the comments section, Justin Lynch, so this is Owen Lynch's dad,
Okay.
comments, I heard my son Owen can play quarterback and he's been throwing the ball at strangers on Main Street to practice. Will
Oh,
he finally
God.
get his opportunity to show off his hard work?
I think personally, if his quarterback starts throwing ducks, which is very possible for Finn Costello,
Yeah, it's often.
I think Owen.
I think
can be
Coach JJ
quarterback.
is going to have to make a change at some point.
Yeah, at some
At some
point,
point.
if they're struggling, I'd put Owen in there.
Yeah.
I think he could be good.
Definitely next up for
yeah.
sure.
If they blitz him, body bags for everybody
Yeah.
trying to get his flag.
All right, well, we'll move back to the draft for now.
Okay.
Dennis Dowd, with the second to last pick in the 9th round, selects Y-Rock.
I'm surprised.
How he
I'm
fell
not
this
sure
far.
if availability is an issue for him, but
I've heard some stories, and I'll break it down here on the show.
all right. Oh,
Y-Rock, first of all, crazy slide.
Yeah.
Crazy slide. So great value. Great value.
I agree.
A main reason for Y-Rock's slide, coaches reached out to him, and he didn't answer anybody.
Really?
So, like, it was very concerning. But then I came to find out Theo, not Ryan, Theo, and Y-Rock had a plan. Y-Rock wasn't answering any coach but Theo. He wanted to go to
Really?
Theo really badly. Almost worked, but Dennis Dowd couldn't pass him
Damn,
anymore.
man.
Y-Rock, you're too good to drop to the 11th, bro.
Yeah,
They have
there's
to-
no
even
way.
without saying a word to you, if you're not talking, you gotta go before that.
I
But
honestly think he could have.
appreciate Theo for that move. Great move.
I thought he could have went earlier
Yeah,
for sure.
he
I thought he
should've.
would have gone earlier.
But yeah, big reasons why people didn't take him is they hit him up and he didn't answer.
MIA.
He was MIA. It's like, is he gonna even show up?
Yeah.
So, quick break to the comment section. Carter Hall comments, Munch, have any more blueprints for me?
I got some stored away in the stash,
Mm-hmm.
but I gotta save my goop.
Right.
So I don't know if I could.
So speaking of Carter Hall, Fogs, Dennis Dowd, last pick in the 9th round, selects Fogs, a.k.a. Carter Hall.
I think you have a lot to say about this
He
one.
said he said I had to hit the gym. Brother, that's a bad pick. It's a bad pick. Solely because of that bad.
All right, it's going in as a bad pick. What can you do?
He Fogs, I'll give him one thing of credit, even though he's trying to violate me. He played good on Marcelo's. He played
Yeah.
above expectation for sure. The summer Marcelo's
I think he's a glue
team.
guy.
Yeah,
Good
he is
glue
a
guy.
glue guy. But I got to give him the bad after that.
Yeah.
So that's going in as bad. All right, starting round 10. To lead off round 10, Anthony Mizzacchio, Beacon Bikes, technically first-time head coach here, selects Dustin O'Connell. I want to hear a lot out of you on this pick.
This
'cause
is
I talked to you.
this is a phenomenal pick. Dustin O'Connell got an unfair rub his rookie season.
Yeah, I agree.
He didn't get much burn. I think if he stayed on the Beacon Bikes team, he would have got more playing time. He got traded for and then just got put to the sideline. It was a damn shame because the kid's good. He has a good football mind. He has hands. I think I'm gonna say he has at least 3 touchdowns this year. I think it's a great pick.
Yeah.
I think it could be wide receiver 3. I think it's a great pick.
So,
Yep, question.
question from me. Nick, you grew up with him. You went to pre-K
Yes,
with
love
him.
him.
Before the season, you told me you were getting him.
I wanted
regardless of
him.
what happened.
I wanted him.
Tell me, why did it take, 5 through 10, he got drafted at the start of the 10th round, and you didn't touch him once, but you claim he's your good friend.
He's my boy. I was gonna take him with my next pick.
Mhm.
I would have taken him.
But he's not your
Listen,
friend enough to take him.
He's my boy. I love him to death. Listen, I talked to Coach Ant and I talked to Dustin, and because he's my friend, I love Dustin. And Dustin already told me, he's like, I wouldn't mind playing for Beacon Bikes. I like that team a lot. He told me that, and I was like, do I want to draft him or do I want him to go to where he wants to go? If Ant would have passed him there, he was on my team 100%. But I knew he wanted to play with Ant, and he felt comfortable there. And I felt like it was a great pick for him to play with the rookie QB. Because, rookies, they don't have established guys yet. Since Dustin's still new to this league, I think it's perfect going with the guy who needs to find established guys because you could become that.
Yeah, you make a great point there.
Yeah.
You make a great point.
Great point.
So next up, second pick in the 10th round, Jack Sheehy, S&S Catering, yet again one of the greatest catering places in the East Coast, selects Joseph Ferrone.
Ferrone, he's a big body.
Yeah.
He's probably he's one of those guys that he's gonna play the line. He's gonna play the line.
O-line. He ain't gonna play O-line. I'll tell you right now.
Really not gonna play O-line.
I don't think he wants to play O-line, Joey
Well,
Ferrone.
I know him on the D-line. He's a good
D-line. He'll be
he's
good.
a menace on the D-line.
D-line
for
will
sure.
be good, or linebacker. I've actually played football with Joey Ferrone most of my life. We were offensive linemen together.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think he wants.
He
to
doesn't want to. He doesn't want to run it back
No,
anymore.
I don't think he wants to run back.
Those
O-line,
days are over.
Which is fair. Once you play your whole life like I did, once you get to this point, you're like, dude, I've played enough of this. Put me somewhere else. Joey's a good football mind. He's a good player. I think he'll be great. And he, like you said, I think he's a guy who could play at multiple spots. But I love me a Joey Ferrone.
Yeah, great pick.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's
Owen
going
Lynch,
on?
I don't know. Owen Lynch comments something. I don't understand it, and I feel like it's going to be bad. It might
Okay,
go over
so
my
let's-
head.
let's-
Jamison Sheehy, 10th round, selects himself.
Risky pick
Yeah,
there.
it's a
Risky
rookie
pick.
pick right there.
Risky pick.
Brand new to the league. We'll see
Yeah.
what JJ has in store
I
for
know.
him. I'm
I've
not really.
Played before a few times.
Yeah, he's
He's
played
a
some
fill.
snaps.
Yeah,
He's played some
okay, a
snaps.
couple snaps, but this is like his first established
Yeah,
season. First
yeah.
established season.
We're gonna have to give it an eh.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give this an A.
Yeah,
as
we're
well.
gonna have to give this an eh.
That's my coach. Next up, Theo Yanatelli of Cut and Coat, also Ryan's team, select Ryan Giuseppe McKeon.
Wow. Rookie debut as a player.
I was told before the season started personally from him, might be the best tight end in the league this year.
I've heard he might be the best linebacker in the league.
I've heard he might be the best cornerback in the league.
And I heard he could sling the rock
Yeah, and
too.
I heard he sling the rock as well.
I listen, I think he's their glue guy. I think he should start on all aspects.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be phenomenal on that team. And he has the head.
Yeah,
He
he's
has
got
the
the flag
head.
knowledge.
The
he knows.
flag knowledge for Theo is great. He's valuable because of his knowledge. Great pick
Yeah.
for Ryan.
Next up, the 5th pick of the 10th round, Ty Long, Queen City Eagles select Anis Dika.
I'm very surprised about this.
It's
I didn't.
so deep. For
I
him.
did not think he was going to drop this far. Especially Mo was his coach, so maybe a little biased
Yeah.
there when last time, but I still think this is great value here.
Anis Fried on the Costellos last year was great at
Oh, yeah.
corner. He makes big catches. This is way above his value. The one thing I heard about him, though, going into the draft, he got an internship in White Plains.
Oh.
Doesn't get out till 6 o'clock. So right there, that's an availability issue.
Yeah.
However, for the 10th round, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, no brainer.
That's a no-brainer. It's a great pick in
Yeah.
the 10th round.
2 comments from the chat. The first one, Owen Lynch says Taco. I just want to leave this out here. Jets.
Jets. Great draft so far for the Jets. We should do that. I could do a whole coverage on that, too.
Maybe not yet.
No, we'll
Kieran Caker asked, this is a good one, best and worst ref in the league.
Well, I already know who my worst ref in the league is.
How about you go ahead with that one then?
Yeah, lead off.
We're gonna go with Davis. Davis, I've always said this. It might be stemming from a couple calls last winter, but I just think he's itching to throw the flag.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to let the boys play, and he's just looking for a reason to get involved.
Yeah.
And I have to say sometimes you just gotta let the boys
I could
play.
see that. Aiden also though is very explanation based.
Mhm.
Like he'll try to give you a whole speech on why he threw that flag. My worst, I think, is Finn Costello, for sure. I think Finn Costello baits teams into getting flags. He's a ref that starts yelling at you on the sideline. Stop getting involved in the game, Finn. If you're gonna ref, just ref.
Yeah.
Don't start talking to players. That's not your job. That's not. You get players pissed off to where they do something aggressive, then you flag them.
Is that
It's
not,
ridiculous.
That's not a good tactic.
No.
That's seating. That's
No.
helping my seating.
No. What about best?
Best?
Best.
Best, I'm gonna go with Ty. I think Ty is probably the best referee in this league.
Ty is good, and he knows the
Ty
rules.
puts his foot down when it's needed. Whenever there's all the bickering about all the calls, Ty is just like, you know what? Stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.
I'm
Let us.
gonna honorable mention Barber. I think
Barber, yeah.
Barber is a good ref. I think Shane's a good ref. but I do think the best is Ty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ty for sure.
Ty, I'd like to. If Ty ever wanted to retire, he should be your full-time ref.
Yeah.
Owen does comment something about Barber, and he says that Barber has been the personal reason of maybe 9 out of 10 of his crash outs, terrible holding calls.
Yeah, I mean the holding, the dilemma behind the holding
sometimes
calls.
Sometimes you may grab, bro. Sometimes you may grab.
The
They
holding
gotta
calls
throw
are
it
questionable.
Sometimes. That's holding calls you could throw anytime. if you
Yeah,
wanted
really,
to.
it happens like every play, pretty much.
All right, next up we have Nick Kilmer of the Costellos selecting the commissioner of the league, Richard J. Rinaldi.
Turkey Club over, baby. That's my guy. I love Richard. And want to know why I took him?
Why'd you take him?
Nothing to do with football at all. Nothing. I'm on the Costellos, okay? And the Costellos have not won a championship yet in this league. And you know why they haven't won? Because they've always had a Costello on their team. I have been hanging out and going to the Costellos household since I was in kindergarten with Declan. Rich has been hanging out and going to the Costellos residence since he was in kindergarten with Finn. My team has the 2 honorary Costellos here to bring Bobby C and Lynn a ring. That's why I made the pick.
You
You could violate him.
I'm
going to
say I hate this pick.
Okay.
I hate this pick.
It's fair.
Rich doesn't really provide much. To the team, even as a coach, he really didn't provide much as well either.
Rich
so
as a coach was Zach Barber as the coach.
Yes, he would just hand it off to the top guy, let him make all decisions. But in terms of flag, I don't think this is a good pick. But in terms of club sandwiches,
it's awesome.
It's awesome.
I love to have Richard Rinaldi on my team. You could say it's a bad pick that I could have got a better player. Yeah, I probably could. You could rank my pick bad. Do whatever you want. I love this. This is the glue to my team.
Quick comment here. This goes out to Matt. Carter Peterson asks, Matt, as a fellow accounting bro,
Oh, no.
typically the way my lunch works is I will have buffalo chicken tenders and then blow up my bathroom at the work office any way to help the smell.
The smell.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Carter. There's no going back there. I deal with it myself. I got a hefty lunch every day. And the bathroom is bound to happen. It's gonna happen, and you just gotta own it. You just gotta own it and be like, that was me.
That was you.
That was me, and I left that there.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, don't be ashamed.
You gotta be proud of
brother.
it, Carter. You gotta be proud
Or
of it.
give up the buffalo chicken tenders, maybe.
Or that.
That's not a bad idea either.
That's not bad.
Eat a salad.
All right. Next up, back to the board. We have the second to last pick in the 10th round. Jack Sheehy's team selects Jack Sheehy.
Oh wow.
That's crazy to me.
That is great.
Shocking pick.
That could have.
On this camera, yeah.
I think we could have gotten a lot more value there.
Yeah. I'm going to have to rank this the same I ranked JJ as an eh.
Yeah.
I think he could have got himself in the 11th.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
think he could have got himself in
I think
the
he
11th.
could have got some more valuable.
But as a coach, he's great. Let's see him play. I'd love to see him, throw him out at receiver, throw him out at corner. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, Joe, get this man a touchdown.
Yeah, get him a tutty.
He's been in the league way too long,
If
and
Jack
he
gets
needs
a
a touchdown.
If Jack gets a tutty, I'll do something crazy. I'll do what the top comment says.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
All right, wow.
Holding you to that.
You guys should start putting in some good stuff. Next up, Jamison Sheehy, last pick in the 10th, selects old-time player Xavier Collins.
X-Collins.
X-Collins.
The X-Man.
The X-Man.
The X-Man. He's got a prior football knowledge. He played
Yeah,
football in
played
high
football
school.
with X.
So that's good. I think that's a good pick. You
X is good.
want someone who's very familiar with
He
football.
knows football. He's an
Yeah.
OG flag member,
Yeah.
good guy. I think, though, he probably would have fell to their 11th. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I think he was gonna. I think they would have had him for free if they waited. But it's fine. X is great. Love me.
Yeah, these
Xavier.
late rounds,
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah,
really
just
go anyway.
Pick what you think fits your team best.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, starting off the 11th round, last round of the draft, Jason Anelek selects Austin Laird.
Another. I think he's a rookie. I'm not sure who this is. He's on
But
my
you
team.
got
so
him in the 11th round.
I'm gonna be a little biased and say I think he's gonna be good. I have no idea who he is, what he looks like, or whatever. I think he's gonna be a good player for us.
I actually know him a bit.
Oh, you do?
I've never seen him play football, but he's played football, real football.
Okay.
I think for Marlboro. I think he was a running back. I think he's gonna be really good at football.
Yeah.
I actually think he's gonna be really good. I think he's gonna go way above this if he continues to play. He'll be at minimum a 7th round pick next year.
I'm not sure where. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what position he is, but I'm
I
excited
think,
to.
I think he's the type of kid you get the rock in his hand, he makes something happen.
Okay.
Foggs comments he saw him at the track. He's going to be the fastest in the league.
Wow. We have some fast guys in this league.
Mhm.
We have some fast dudes. That's going to be tough. But I heard he's fast.
Really?
Heard he's fast. Like, I
We
think
need that on our team.
I think he could be a weapon for you guys.
Especially with me. I mean, you
think it's
need-
a good pick.
Need to pick up the speed.
Yeah.
So going back to what you said, Nick, about if I believe it was Jack. If Jack scored, you do it the top comment section.
Yeah.
So technically, the top comment we have, Owen Lynch comments: cover yourself in mayonnaise, no clothing, run through the spins in Wappingers. I believe he means the
bowling alley.
Yeah,
the
bowling alley.
spins in Wappingers, screaming at the top of your lungs, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
I guess that's what the top comment is.
All
We
right,
still have
that's
time in the video. No one can surpass it.
That's true. Jack Sheehy, with the second pick of the 11th round, picks Javon Charles, rookie.
Javon Charles. He sounds like he's gonna be a playmaker. He
Yeah, he
just
kinda
sounds like he
does.
just sounds like a playmaker.
Yeah. Javon
But-
Charles, I mean, listen, it's 11th round. This is where you take your risk
Yeah.
on rookies.
This is where you got to prove yourself.
It's where you take your risk on
Yeah.
rookies. Great.
got-
like,
You got to prove yourself,
Yep.
Javon. I mean,
Yep.
we don't.
He's got a rag line.
Do you know much about him, Jack? Any idea what you're gonna do with him? No idea.
No idea.
So Javon, you're up there, man.
He's
I
ready to
mean,
practice. He keeps saying Jordan's practice.
Okay,
he's
that's-
ready
so
for
he's ready
practice.
for
I mean, that's a
practice.
good thing.
that's what
He
you
works
want in the
at- he works
11th
at
round.
IBM.
Oh,
So was
nice.
it IBM?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
A few people in this league, I'm pretty sure Knuckles and Brandon Rogers both work at IBM as well.
Wow.
And shout out Jack Rothberg, also works at IBM. Not in this league, former player, great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Next up, Nick Kilmer, third pick of the 11th round, selects lineman / possible Swiss Army knife, David Medina, rookie.
David Medina, rookie. I mean, I'm sure you don't know him.
I have no idea.
Listen,
How tall is he now?
Not
He
idea.
is 6'7".
No.
He is 6'7", 6'7". I mean,
Yuck.
11th round, you're getting a guy 6'7".
How is he dropping that far? I mean, does nobody know?
Nobody knew him, so I knew nothing about him. I heard two things about him pre this draft. I heard he's tall, and I heard he's a good guy. And in the 11th round, you want a good
Yeah.
guy. You want a good guy. who's
I mean,
gonna
if
be
he's
on the team.
6'7", he's got to be a beast. He's got to
But
be a massive.
We'll see. I've talked to him a bit. Like he's very excited. He seems like I said, just really nice guy. Seems excited. He said he's played flag before in football.
Okay.
Said he's played on the lines. Maybe throw him in at tight end. We'll see.
All right, not bad. Carter Peterson actually comments, I used to know David Medina as a kid. He grew up pretty hot and tight.
More green flags for David. More green flags. Yeah,
That's
I
a
guess
good
so.
pick.
I guess.
so.
Ty Long, next up, fourth pick of the 11th, selects another old-timer, Regan Ledoux.
Ledoux. I love this
Ledoux.
pick. I love this pick.
Yeah.
You know, Regan's a guy, you know, he's just out there. He's going out there to have fun. He's
Yeah.
going out there. He's going to try his hardest, but he's just, you know, he's a great glue guy.
And
Definitely a glue guy.
He's also somebody that probably should have went before
Yeah,
the 11th
100%.
round. Like that's great value.
Yeah.
It's a great value pick right there. Like you can throw him in at the line too. At
Mhm.
the 11th round pick could be a starting lineman on your team if
Yeah.
you choose so. Especially with Lincoln as the other one. I mean, like you
He's-
got
yeah,
good options.
You could definitely, yeah.
Next up, Theo Yanatelli of Cut and Coat, also Ryan McKeon, selects last-minute ad Samuel Byrne.
Again, another rookie.
Listen, here's
Not
all
su-
I know about him. I heard he works at Billy Joe's.
Okay.
I heard he's a great personality. This is a Ryan McKeon pick.
Yeah,
Ryan
clearly.
McKeon wanted him. He brought him into this league. I heard he's a great personality. Ryan's claiming he's already a top 10 lineman in the league. I mean, a lot to prove
Yeah.
for. There's some really good linemen in this league. I don't know if you're going to be top 10. Maybe you are. Maybe you're top 5.
Yeah, could be.
But-
For all we know.
I heard great guy, great personality.
Yep. Next up, we got Jamison Sheehy, Marcelo Home Improvement, selecting Jesse Orts.
Know anything
No.
about Jesse?
Not a clue.
So-
Not familiar with Jesse.
So I actually have met Jesse a few times. He goes to Gold's Gym.
Okay.
Works his ass off in there. This guy's grinding in that gym, I'll tell you right now. He also seems like a great guy. He's a friend of Anthony Ray.
Mm.
He's a great guy in this league. I think Jesse's a great pick. He's going to love this league. He also actually used to coach flag football.
Really?
So maybe he's got
Wow.
a good mind for
He
that.
could help out. He could help
Yeah,
out the team
maybe
for
if
sure.
Finn's calling horrible plays, maybe he could come in and, give him some pointers.
Yeah.
Comment here from Owen Lynch. Is it true Nick Kilmer feels up his players and plays grab ass? Maybe throws a cupping in there too. Also unrelated, if he says yes, how do I request a trade?
If Owen's requesting a trade, yes. I'll take Owen. Yes.
But what about the first part of that question?
Whatever gets me Owen Lynch on my team, I will have him.
That's a good sign there, O. And then the Carter Hall just says, hope you hit your 5 goal today, my man."
I got you, Fox. I'm gonna hit that goal for you.
Fox-
Just for you.
Fox, part of me does wish I had you on my team. I'm not gonna lie. You're great. You're a great
Yeah.
personality.
2 picks left. Dennis Dowd, Stinson's Hub, second to last pick of the entire draft, selects Justin Roscoe.
J. Ross. Great personality.
Yeah, I
Great
love
personality.
J. Ross. I played
Plays-
football with him back in my
Yeah.
day.
He would, he played for me on Romano his first year. He always played hard. Always was always a great guy.
Great guy,
personality.
He's an athlete too. I
Yeah.
mean, he knows the game.
Yeah.
It's important.
That's what you
know
want.
the game. He's a vet in this league. To get him that late, it's a great pick.
Yeah.
Last pick of the draft. What came as a shock
This
to
is the biggest shock in
Yeah.
flag
thousands,
football history.
maybe hundreds of thousands.
This is the biggest shock in flag
Mike
football history.
Michael Bologna.
Yeah, this is unreal.
This is the steal
This
of the whole
shouldn't
draft.
have happened.
This is the steal of the whole draft.
Bologna has been, he's always been a guy that's reliable. Always,
Top hands in the league.
Yes, definitely.
Top three hands in the league.
He's huge. I mean, this guy is massive. He's out here balling with us young guys. You know,
Yeah.
and he's making an impact.
Oldest guy in this league, and he's in some of the best shape out of anybody.
Oh yeah,
And I actually think for Ant's team, it's a great fit.
Mhm.
I think it's a great fit. Like, it's a shock to the world, Mike, that you fell. I'm sorry you weren't
Yeah.
on my team. I had to go with what my quarterback needed at the time, But you're in a great spot, and go and show up. Play with the chip on your shoulder. I know you will. I think he's going to have...
Mr. Irrelevant. You got a
I
lot to
think
prove.
he's going to
man.
have 5+ touchdowns.
Yeah.
5+
I think he's
touchdowns.
gonna have. Yeah, I don't know about 5. I wouldn't.
I'm
I'll give
going-
him. I'll give him 3.
I'm going 5+.
I'm going 3.
For Mike Bologna.
Owen
5+.
Owen Lynch does comment. They're saying it like they didn't have an opportunity to draft him.
I know I had an opportunity to draft Mike Bologna. Like I said, I had my quarterback. We made our picks, and at the time, I was at my spot where I didn't need to draft Mike. Would have loved to have him on my league team. He's a great guy. Great guy. I've mentioned him a couple times, but it's just not how the cards fell. I think he's at a better fit though than he would have been on my team for sure.
So that's the draft right there. Do you guys have any closing statements? Any top teams you want to highlight?
I think, especially with the expansion with 2 new teams, I really think this can go anyone's way. I really think.
I was expecting a lot more holes in
Mhm.
teams. There's teams definitely have holes, but I thought with 8 men it would be eight team league. It'd be spread super thin.
Mhm.
I actually think we have 8 really
Yes,
good teams.
I do too. I really think every team has a chance.
Yeah.
Every team's very balanced. Like you said, everyone has each team has their own flaws.
Yeah.
Which everyone will get exposed for. But I really think this can go anyone's way.
I do too. I think this is actually wide open. This I think should be the best season ever.
Yeah. I'm
in
really excited for
flag
this too.
history, even though we're a new league, we're the BFFL
Yeah.
folks. Always the BFFL to me. I'm always going to say it. I'm not going to forget about it. But I think this is going to be super competitive. I think it's going to be great.
What about you guys? What do you
I
guys
think
think?
both of us could win, for sure.
Yeah. What about these guys right
Yeah.
here? What about the guys behind the camera? What are we thinking? Here.
All right. We'll flip it around to us quick. All right. Nick, Matt, great job from
Thank
you
you.
two there,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Great stuff, great
That was
stuff.
a really great draft analysis. I don't really mind much of what you did besides Fox. Fox is a great pick. He's a hell of a cornerback.
I
Nick,
changed
you,
it at the end.
You
I
tried.
changed it
You
at the
changed
end.
it, but in the beginning,
He
Fox
went at
is a
me
great
first. He went
cornerback.
at me first.
and he's a great guy to have on your team. And
He's
he's
been in the chat the whole
what
time.
Fox is going to do is he's going to make a team fun.
I know he will. He will. So will Kellen Sella.
Kellen is pretty fun.
Yep.
That's true.
All in all, Jack, I think, like Matt said, one of the most even drafts we've ever had.
Without a doubt.
I think legit any team you could say could easily spear up to the top. I do think that a good positive of this year's draft is that a lot of teams either are, they might be weak at the D-line, but their secondary is great, their D-line's great, but their secondary is lacking a little bit.
Yeah,
So
there's holes in every roster.
there's no, I would say, truly complete roster. I know Ryan McKeon is claiming that his roster is the most complete roster we've seen ever in history. I guess we shall see. We're going to have to wait for the season. But, truly, I would say that across the board, it's even. Stinson's hub. Kyle Perucci shows up. He does have a firstborn. Many people, or a newborn. Many people are saying that
Christian.
was a sellout move by the Peruccis,
Yeah.
having a kid.
They're in flag.
You're
They're in
having
flag.
a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know why
You're
people.
20 years old and you're having a kid instead of playing flag football.
See, I'm on the opposite end. You're just having a kid. I think if you have 2 kids, that's a sellout move.
That's
Keeping it at 1, it's fine, but we are in a league here. We're trying to play a league. I would say Stinson's hub, Carter Peterson, Dylan Kelly, Anthony Ray, Zeke Bando, Kyle Perucci, Johnny Lang. People sleep on Johnny Lang. That could be one of the more star-studded teams we've seen. Of course, we're going to both mention our own team, Marcelo's.
I think my team is good, but I won't doubt. I won't doubt that we have to put a lot of work together to get there. I think
absolutely.
you know.
But I think that's all we have for you folks. Thanks for tuning in. I think we're going to have to do the exit because we have the mics now, and Matt and Nick do not have the mics anymore. But thanks, everyone, for tuning in. This was the full draft recap.
Everything.
May
1 hour
12th.
long.
May 12th now. Next up is
Well, May
week
9th, we have
one.
the party first.
May 9th. May
We're
9th.
We're friends for one more day.
May 9th, 2 p.m. Elks Club. Matthew Manzuela will not be there. He'll be in Arizona. Questionable why he's going there, folks. I think I have a theory. Put your theory in the comments below. May 9th, 2 p.m. Elks Club. It is a cash bar. There probably will be food.
Is there food?
Minimum, there'll be chips and waters, but there probably will be food too.
Chips and water.
We need food.
Wait, is there salsa?
There's probably going to be.
Get some S&S catering.
S&S
Well,
catering.
we can do that probably.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll talk about.
Sponsor.
Food. We'll talk about.
Yeah,
food.
we can do a sponsor.
That needs to get put through our accounting committee. He has been stressed as
I
of
just
late.
called him. He'll pay it.
All right, he's been stressed as of late. But
hope
what are
Carter's
you
listening
gonna
to this.
do? Finn, do you find it weird that your sister's last name is also Finn? I do. I did at first. Mike Finn. He's a good guy though.
Your sister married a Alaska named Finn?
Yes.
No way.
Yes,
That's
this is
crazy.
true.
Wow.
So if you technically got adopted by them, you'd be Finn.
I think it'd be weird if I got adopted by my sister.
Yeah, but that'd be cool.
That'd be kind of strange.
You'd be
It is a
Finn.
little weird, but I like him. He's a great guy. He's actually a big guy, great for tight end. He would be great. I've been trying to get him in the
Whoa.
league, but he plays in Florida, or he lives in Florida. We're going to move away from that, though.
Yeah.
Getting back to the Xville here, May 9th, 2 p.m., Elks Club.
S&S catering. Catering
Well,
it up.
It's
Let's
probably
go.
going to be Elks Club catering.
I mean,
Or
we
Elks
can always put
Club.
a request in for sure, you know.
We're going to put in some type of request, but be there, cash bar. Matthew Manzuela will not be there for reasons undisclosed. We'll get to the bottom of this, folks. I promise you.
One last thing, not a sponsor. I also went to Baja last night. They have a skillet burger. Kilmer can attest. That shit was good.
Gas.
It was good.
Gas.
It was good. Maybe, you know.
Past sponsor. They've been one of the greatest
Yeah, I
sponsors
know.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
So, all
they
right,
should
folks.
be a sponsor, but
Yeah, but what are you
I
gonna do?
wish.
All right, folks. That's all we have for you. We are the Hudson Valley Flag Football League,
BFFL.
and we'll see you guys next time. All right.
Thank you. Thanks for watching,
Thank you.
including
Have a
you,
good one.
Owen, for the whole time.
Good job, Owen.
And Carter.